If you knew the grandeur of 3 to 6 and 9, you have the key to the door to the universe would have. In a place where numbers are real and alive, you live. Numbers are not just representative symbols, but you will discover that the relationship between numbers is not random or man-made, but in fact the elemental particles of everything. In 1898, the area police and ambulance officer at 48 East Houston Street, New York, where his laboratory was located, was the result of an earthquake, the result of a small machine that could fit in a coat pocket, which he was testing at the time. The puzzled journalist asked questions, thinking there might be at least one thing they could understand, and Nikola Tesla, the father of modern electricity, explained as follows.
Vibrations were what I was working on. I had one of my machines and I placed it in the building, trying to harmonize it with the vibrations. I wanted to see if I couldn't bring it to that state. I placed a dent on top of the steel. A strange rattling sound came. I asked my assistants where these sounds were coming from, but they didn't know. I lifted the machine a few more dents. A higher rattling sound came. I knew I was getting closer to the vibration of the steel building. I lifted the machine a little higher. Suddenly, all the heavy machines in the area were flying and I grabbed a hammer and broke the machine. The building would collapse on my head in a few minutes. There was a riot on the street outside. Police and ambulance arrived. To tell my assistants nothing I told, we told the police that this might have been an earthquake. The only thing they know about the incident is this.
A few clever journalists asked Dr. Tesla at this point what he would need to destroy the Empire State Building, and the doctor replied,
Vibration does everything. Just adjusting the vibrations of the machine to match the natural vibrations of the building would be enough to raise it, and the building would collapse.
Nikola Tesla waited 37 years to boast about the earthquake event of 1898, but the next year in 1899, he left everything behind and went west to Colorado Springs. There was a race for the invention of radio on the world stage, and he was also participating in the race. Instead of broadcasting a radio signal to the world, he wanted to broadcast power, and he did so. The inventor named Marconi had radio before him in the first place. USA after obtaining a patent of the Supreme Court just after Tesla's death in 1943 revoking Marconi patents. You guessed right, why? USA High Court Decision Number 369. 369. What is the chance of being a decision at least? Isn't it 1 in 369? Nikola Tesla September in Alaska while in Colorado Spring 1899 Cape Yakataga and Yakutat Bay earthquake caused. These earthquake dates are September 3, 1899, 939, September 6, 1899, 969, September 9, 1899, 999. If you knew the magnitude of 3, 6, and 9, you would have the key to the door to the universe. A series of recently discovered original Nikola Tesla drawings reveal a multiplication map containing all numbers in an easy-to-use system. The drawings were discovered in an antique shop in downtown Phoenix, Arizona by local artist Ayup Zuka. It is believed that Tesla's laboratory for free energy, Wardenclyffe, was created in his last years before he died. It is thought that the manuscript contained many solutions to mathematical questions that remained unanswered. Some parts already seem familiar to the public, but some are completely opposite. The most important of these is the multiplication chart or mathematical spiral. Joy Grether was working to decipher the system and made some progress. The spiral not only discovers multiplication as an interlinked network, but it also provides a comprehensive visual understanding of how all numbers are self-organized in a 12 compatibility position. A 12 or multiples of 12 are the most integrated system, which is why there are 12 months in a year, 12 inches as a foot measurement, and 24 hours in a day. 12 can be divided by 2, 3, 4, and 6. All multiples of 12 also have the possibility of being 4 prime numbers, which are 5, 7, 11, and 1. These numbers have a significance beyond the quantities we assign to them in numbers. Numbers are alive and shape our awake reality. Throughout the ages, all great mystics and philosophers have understood this numerical universe. Instead of an external explosion, it won't be long before we can generate energy through an internal explosion and shape our world as nature intended using numbers.